one and done?
One and done in that one. Win by 2 though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah, that was the one and done. Okay, perfect. So your next game is
It's the real deal?
2 out of 3.
Yeah.
And you're allowed time out. What's the score there, David?
4-1-4.
Look closer. Well, you play for Bronx now. Yeah, it's 6 points.
Nice hands. Oh, good game.
Hey.
Oh, that was good stuff. These shots are bad. This signal's so bad.
Want to try?
Let's try and see if we can, if you don't mind. Did you get unlimited?
Yeah, it is. You guys are still in, you know? Okay.
Hey, grab that ball. It says you're supposed to have like between 4 and 5 megabytes per second. It's at like 1.4. It's not good at all. I'm trying to think how we do it. It's funny.
To 15.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. It was at 1.4, now it's at 5.6. That's like a total difference. Otherwise, people would be.
But you don't have
So you streaming that, Scott?
Yeah, most of it. We had an issue. Well, I had to connect to his Wi-Fi.
I mean, that was a great comeback. I was hoping you had that.
Don't know I got the end of it though. But I mean, it might have been recording still. I have a SD card, so it might have recorded it. I'll have to check.
Is it 360 or is it just one direction?
It's got an eye on it. It's got a real wide camera. I can get basically almost 3 ports right there. I can get like these 2, and then I can get 3 full courts in one of the half of the 4th court. So it's got a. Now you obviously wouldn't be able to see that very well.
Yeah, I've got one of those 360 cameras. Those are great.
Those are awesome. Yeah.
But you gotta manipulate the image so much after you get it to make it viewable for other people.
Correct. Yeah. They apparently Pro Pickleball puts them on there.
You guys play together all the time?
So it shows it 360. It's all 4 players. That's right up
That's
there.
like that's right. I'm trying to put a tripod on.
Put a tripod on, and they put him. I don't know where exactly he puts them at.
So it's not
Right, he hooks it to the net, and it shows all 4 players. You can circle it 360 around.
Mine were right there in the freaking net.
Yeah.
We did find it, you know, you were
That's for the rec plays.
Right. Oh, it's cool. Yeah, it's cool to watch it from a different perspective. Yeah. Like you go watch the game normal, and you go watch it on 360. You can see like footwork. I like it because you can see the footwork. You can see how they're. It's weird because you're only seeing them hit the ball. You don't see where the ball goes. But if they get into an exchange, it's like you get to see it.
Both guys did that really well. Smart, sneaky.
Nice run, dude.
Yeah, not too many. Second game, we figured it out.
You're not broadcasting now, are you?
It is actually.
Great, keep walking.
Oh, you're fine. I was just trying to get it worked out so for next round.
Alright, so. I'm playing Sunday. I remember you on videos last year. Last year I was with Vicky in women's and men's. No, I was just sneakers. Did we play last year here? Yeah. In the open? No. I thought you were playing.
Hey, Art.
I got some
Are
sunburn.
you playing singles? Is there singles in this tournament? Not in this one. If there was, that'd be nice. Yeah, it's hot enough to have fun in singles. Yeah, well, singles, as hot as it is, you would try and not run as much. Yeah. Hit a winner off every first shot. Place everything.
Third shot of singles is easy. It's all win or lose. It's one shot.
Hey, are there any teams playing today that want to play in the open men's tomorrow? We had 2 teams drop. They just wanted to find out.
We're 4 O's and there's 5 O's in that group, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. They just had 2 teams drop, so that's why they were wanting me to ask.
No,
Okay.
Our lottery team's represented by City
want to play with me, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Steve,
I don't know.
Steve's
I don't
probably not
know.
going to want to, right?
Huh? Steve Smith's team drop?
Yes, Steve Smith, and then
And Tim?
a guy
Steve
named.
and Tim dropped out?
Well, Steve
Well,
got
Steve
some
got
kind of.
Lyme disease.
Yeah, he got bit by
Oh,
something. He got
man.
Lyme disease.
At our tournament. He
Yeah.
stayed in a bed and breakfast at a llama farm.
Yeah, that probably wasn't
And he
the.
got bit by what?
He thinks he got ticked by a tick.
Bit by a tick.
tick and got Lyme disease.
No shit.
Yeah, he's not feeling good at all.
This is Steve?
Yes,
Yeah.
Steve Smith.
Steve Smith
And then
with the beard.
Timothy dropped out because they were partners, I guess. And then this other team, Jared
Steve's from
Trader.
Elmira. Steve and Tim, please.
Yeah.
They play at Joycrest.
We should try to find Tim another partner and see if he'll come still. Because he's a good player. You want to see if he'll. Because we need 2 teams to step in.
Or Chris.
If you're desperate,
Chris would be a good
anybody will take a 4-0.
I mean, they just said 2 teams that were playing today if they wanted to sign up for tomorrow and play. It doesn't matter, you know.
You won't have to change the whole bracket.
Right, they'll just plug 2 people in. I wonder, he's already playing in it, the guy in the red shirt. I think he's already in it.
Hi, Diane.
I think they can hear me. Scott Lippert said good recruiting, Golden. I didn't realize it was still live. They can hear it. Yeah, they can hear it. Yeah, you guys watch what you say.
So tell Lippitz there's an issue with the no timeout rule.
Yeah, is there no timeouts at all? None?
Because we were asking.
What
They said no.
the? How are you? They can hear you.
No tone.
Just letting you know.
So I can't say what we
You
did last
can say whatever you want, but it's live.
We're out already. All right.
Good to see you.
Sorry for that.
That's all right.
I'm
It's
sorry.
fun being here.
We're all very sweaty,
Baby?
Alright, Don, you ready?
You have timeouts now, so we need them. Seriously.
You do get them in the middle.
That's right. You must get them in the middle.
Y'all should just implement that. Because you don't want people passing
I asked them
out.
twice.
They said no.
Okay. So we just talked to our boss and say, look.
Lippitz, what's the deal with no timeouts? Man? What's going on with that? Can you hear me? We better get freaking timeouts tomorrow. I understand no timeouts in pre-play because it's one game to 11 quick, but in a bracket play, you should get
Yeah, but in full play out here,
you should definitely get timeouts.
Where do you want to play?
put it back on the flipboard though.
in the touch. Because these guys are playing pretty low. Exactly.
Just go on this side. My paddle.
You don't.
Paddles are overrated.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, table your hand. Streaming time? Do you have an internet connection?
Yeah. Yeah, we're using his hotspot now.
Awesome.
Much better.
Holy hell. Here we go.
Dude, that's so much better with your internet. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it if it wasn't for that because it's just too glitchy. We got 5 people watching right now.
There you go.
It's good. All right, so this is what, second round?
Medal.
Oh, this is the gold medal? Gold and bronze? All right, so this is gold and bronze medal matches right here.
Gold's gonna be
Art Lavoie?
in about an hour north of Portland.
Our north is just.
It is. I think
Yeah, definitely.
Matt and I are here. Matt and I went to Kalamazoo. Had a great time out there a couple years ago.
Yep. He doesn't like doing live interviews. Art doesn't seem to mind it, though.
Yeah.
All right. And then I think that's Drew. Black clothing over there. I don't know Drew's last name. Oh, no, it's Dennett, because that's Abby's dad. And then I forgot four teams left. Only top 4 made it. That's right. So those last games were the play-in games for the gold and bronze.
Did you catch that nice misdirection?
I did. It's on there. All right, Lippis said 2 timeouts per. All right, Scott, we got it. 2 timeouts per game. We'll let them know. Ooh, that's a nice reset there. Man, Domino is a wall over there. There. All that work he did battling both of them.
So they did play in the round robin, and
Played in Steve and Don on this side closest to us actually came out on top.
correct.
Okay. Nice angle dink to the left foot of Drew. Somebody was getting, the boat's coming in or something from the water. We're right here on the water. I don't know if it's a lake. I guess
Lake
it's
Ontario?
Lake Ontario, yeah. Is it the cloud coverage? It's not very hot right now, but still muggy.
4 on the court.
Tom, I mean, to me, this feels good. Did you hear that? Low 90s this weekend? Saturday and Sunday?
The humidity's high today.
Humidity is very high. Valenti himself. I'm pretty sure he enjoyed the Godfather comment there. Who? Nice guy. Do you know Diane over there in the green? Diane Dario?
Try a little misdirection there that usually works well for him, right into the top of the net.
Sometimes, I don't know if the Godfather is reffing or if he's just over there observing, scouting. I don't. Don eating some gummy.
Instant sugar.
What's
Instant
this?
sugar.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Sugar.
Oh no.
Everybody's got their thing, you know. I mean, let's get the score here. I think it's 3-1 or 3-2. Bronze. This game's to 15, win by 2. This is the best 2 out of 3. Okay, I just want to 11, win by 2. Oh, there it is. I think. Hot right there. No, you're fine. You're on the camera right there. There's Diane right there walking by. So go ahead.
3-3-2.
That's Art with our score call there. Thank you, Art. This is game 1, I believe, right? We're just starting. How much do you think the heat and humidity is going to play a factor here in this best of 3?
I don't know. They've been sucking down water. And you saw Don getting in some sugar to try to keep some energy up.
I think that's an important thing, is to keep your blood sugar from getting too low or even spiking too high, but keeping the balance. I think gummies are good for short term.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
while you're playing.
In the heat of the moment. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. What happened? I'm not sure, but Steve gave him another chance at it.
I believe you could see the ball rolling from the other court.
Okay, fair enough. Man, these guys they're just sitting back returning it. That's why you got to drop one short on them. Not that short, though. Not that short. But, you know, little cut and slice right there, maybe keeping up, because they weren't trying to come up. They were just playing defense right there. Oh, we got a double trouble there, but it worked.
Double gamma?
Yeah.
Double gamma paddle right there.
I think Steve hit it and Don got the assist.
Yep. That's the two new paddles, the Legend and the Shard. They're that new core technology, a lot thicker than the previous gamma paddle, and it's a great paddle. I've converted a few people to them, actually Don being one of them. Matt, my partner, was a diehard. I don't know if I can say other brands, but he was a paddle tech man through and through.
Hey,
and he's
all that.
playing with the Shard now. I love it.
I saw that. I saw when I was watching you guys earlier. All 4 people had gamma paddles. I thought that's a good promotion right there for gamma.
When gamma wins gold here, it's gonna be another good one.
I like him.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm playing with the Shard.
There you go. There you go.
The Legend is also good.
The Legend and the Shard got both of them in representation here in the gold medal match. I think that's no accident there, Art. Just out of curiosity, can you guys hear us okay? I just want to make sure everybody can hear us. Me and Art are trying to talk loud enough, but not interrupt the game flow either. So, okay, should have good, strong signal. Thanks to Art and his idea, creativity. We'll just leave it at that. I didn't have any signal up here. The godfather of pickleball in Rochester. All right, let's get a score update here. I think it's interesting they're playing 1-15 for the bronze. Usually if you make it to a medal match, they usually let you do the best 2 out of 3, but you know what? They do things a little different in Rochester up in the 5A5. I don't argue with them. I don't question it. We're here to play pickleball. I'm guessing since the women are starting to show up, that means their women are playing after this, correct? Is that right? Fair assessment? Maybe we can warm up some of the ladies a little bit here once this ends. What do you think?
I'm in.
All right. Art and Matt said they're in. Well, Art said he was in, and that means Matt's in too, just by default. God, what a get, but not quite enough to go over the net there. Again, there's Diane walking past the camera once more. She's not camera shy like Matt. Did you hear the score? 3-7. They've been here before. They like to start slow and then come on strong at the end is what it looks like to me. Is that a fair assessment, guys? Start a little slow.
Yeah, I think they've had multiple comebacks so far in this round robin.
That's how they do their best work when they're from behind there. See, they start hitting these little runs now, 5-7 when the blink of an eye.
I want to say they were down 8-2 to go to gold, and they came back to win it.
That's a fact. They were down 8-2. You know, some teams are like that. Some teams start a little slow, need to get kind of in a rhythm, and once they get going, they feed off momentum. I know Don, just from my experience kind of meeting and knowing him and how he plays, he's more chill, relaxed, a little more steady. And Steve is kind of an energy guy. He's kind of up and down. He'll feed off some good energy. And, not that he's erratic. I'm just saying that Don's more even keel with his temperament. And then Steve's going to, a couple good plays in a row, they're going to catch some momentum and catch fire.
I will point out, I don't know the other team. I think they've probably played together before. You know, I think they're from the area, good friends, where Don and Steve are blind dates. This is their first tournament playing together, and yeah, seems like they're gelling.
Yeah, I mean, there's not. There were 6 teams, 2 got eliminated after pool play, but you know, to get to the gold in any bracket is a good accomplishment. And then to do that with a blind date that you've never met somebody before and you're playing for the first time, I think that's amazing to do that. It's very difficult. If anybody's ever played a tournament and done that, it's not, I mean, I do that a lot. It's not easy to win any medal at a tournament with somebody you've never met before. Oh, Steve with the lob. Way out. The wind current got that. I'm just giving him an out. I think he just overhit that ball. He overcooked it. The wind's not actually bad today. It's not bad. I was thinking it's going to be worse. I don't know what just happened there, but hey, you actually get 2 timeouts, guys. 2 timeouts per game. Yeah.
I've got some gummies. Hey, I got regular gummies. You want some?
Take some, man.
Take them.
I'm seeing like stars and stuff.
All right, we've got a timeout here. 60 seconds to eat some gummies. Oh, those are my favorite gummies. That's a good advertising for Lifesavers right there. Those gummies.
They're gonna be a game saver.
Those are game changer, game savers right there.
All right.
I was looking for my bag here. Or on the spot. Yeah, those are probably melted, aren't they? All right, we got 9-5-2 coming out of the timeout here. This is game 1 of the gold medal match, 50-plus men's division here at Picklefest 10. I was fortunate enough to attend Picklefest 9 last year. However, we did not play at the Ontario beach courts. There's 6 courts here. All right, 5-10-2. This is game 1 of the gold medal match here. Steve and Don down early, but see if they can make a little run here. 6-10-2. That's not ever a good thing, missing the serve there. 10-6. They're going to try to make Steve and Don earn this comeback. 10-6-2. All right, they're still alive. Don and Steve with another chance here. 6-10. That's a good shot by. Good eyes right there. 7-10-1. There's another one, 8-10. All right, 8-10-1. We got some excitement from the team on the far end. I think it's a polite way of saying it. I think he's a little upset. They're making a run here. It was 5-10 when they sided out. Actually, they sided out twice at 5-10. The first time they didn't make a run at all. The second time now it's 8-10-1. Making a good run. Looks like those lifesavers are coming into effect here. Starting to work its magic. Steve's no longer seeing stars. I've been there before. I've been there. It is huge though to get your sugar spiked back up a little bit if you start seeing those stars and get a little lightheaded. Now, it is legal to coach during a timeout, so Matt did nothing wrong there. He's legally allowed to coach his team. That's his father-in-law, I believe, playing. So now he cannot coach during the actual match, so just to be clear on that, if the game's going on and it's not a timeout, he can also coach between games, but not during a side change. So if it's just a side change, you cannot coach. Not to overwork it. I like it. Discipline and patience right here. They've got the momentum coming into the home stretch here. Oh, he had that one. He just missed it barely there. All right, so 10-8. Again, this is just game one. All right, no coaching from either side. We got a good crowd on hand here. It's a lot of people at the Picklefest today, Friday. Some coming to get some pickup games in probably for tomorrow. Some are coming to play their bracket. Either way, all right, that's game one right there. See, that's that shot where he. I hope that other team doesn't figure that out, because if they do, it'll be game over. That's one thing about that style, is that you can't let that get exposed right there. All right, so that's into game one, 11-8 final. They're going to switch sides and do it again. What I don't know, it's not double dip. You don't have to double dip in this format, I don't think, because they did the round robin. So I think it's just best 2 out of 3, and that's the winner. Because in a normal bracket, you would have the undefeated team that made it through the bracket unscathed. They would have to be double dip, or meaning beat twice in the gold medal match, which could
game to 15.
Correct, which could result basically in up to 4 games if you went all 3 games in the best out of 3. The bronze medal winner team that came out of the loser bracket, if they won the best 2 out of 3 in 3 and then took it to a 15 and won, that would be those 4 games.
Right.
And which is brutal. Have you ever been through that ringer right there?
Matt and I actually in Kalamazoo playing 19 plus 4-5. We were in the winner's bracket. And the team came back, beat us 2 out of 3, and then we had to go a game to 15. So
Did you get them on the 15 game?
We got them on the 15 game, and I think I read somewhere, like statistically, it's that 15th game is a hard one to win. Like usually the winner's bracket pulls it off in the end. Yeah,
I mean, something about the team that's coming out of that loser's bracket initially in the best 2 out of 3 has the momentum. They're coming off a big win. The other team is sitting a lot. They're waiting for the team to advance to the gold medal. So you in essence see a team come out a little cold, maybe not as sharp mentally, and as a result, a lot of times will see the undefeated team lose the best 2 out of 3. A lot of times they'll lose it in 2 games.
Yep.
And then they'll go to that 15, and it's like they wake up a little bit.
Yep, maybe change the strategy a little bit. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, it's actually not uncommon to see the undefeated team lose the best 2 out of 3. And another reason is, and I talk about this a lot in my live streams, another reason is because subconsciously, as humans, the undefeated team knows that they have that safety net, the safety net right there as far as the 15 game. That's in the back of their mind. Now, do you go in consciously thinking, well, we want to we want to go to a 15 game? No, but you know you've got that. So if you lose the 2 out of 3, your back's not against the wall. Where on the other flip side of that coin is that the team coming up, they don't have that safety net. So they're a little more urgent. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I've never thought of it that way. That's deep.
Yeah, it's a little deeper than the average.
Golden deep. I like that.
Yeah, I've thought on this a lot because I've done a lot of live streams over the last 2.5 years, and I've come to find out that, a lot of times the team that's undefeated kind of lets their guard down a little bit. They maybe sit down, they have a bite to eat, they take their shoes off for a little while. You might sit at some tournaments with big brackets, like at, say, Nationals or U.S. Open. You might sit for 3 hours before you play a gold medal match. I mean, that's just the facts. So what I did also, just doing my research on this and homework, I started kind of interviewing and talking to some of the medal winners after they were undefeated. Like, what do they do? What do the pros do to stay sharp and stay, warm and not get too cold, mentally and physically? And a lot of them say they go out and they just hit. they might hit for 20 minutes, they go sit down again, but they don't just sit and stay stagnant for a little while. So, all right, so we're back to the action here. This is game 2. Game 1 went to Drew and Dave, 11-8. Oh, looks like we got pizza in the house now. I like it. All right, and then you got Don and Steve. Yeah, what does he got right there?
They got cheese, they got pepperoni, and they got pepper.
I would say pepperoni would be a great choice. You guys want some? All right. Yes, sir. He's gonna go get me some pepperoni pizza. Hey, just one piece for now is good. Thank you, bud. It's good to be the golden boy. No, I'm just kidding. I think he was gonna offer us pizza whether we're live streaming or not. Oh, look at Dave go for it. He kind of did like a half dive though. He was like, I want to get it, but I don't want to skin on my knees for tomorrow. So I like the effort though. I believe our game to 15 has switched. I think it's 11-7-1. I think that game switched. Oh, wow. What a shot down the middle. Hey, thank you, buddy. This is, oh, you're good. We've got some nice pizza here. Courtesy of, I don't know, whoever this is. The uh-oh you heard from Art was the ball getting popped up by the team on the far side. There's uh-oh, oh shit, crap. There's a lot of words to describe when your partner or you pop it up. Hey, how are you?
Good. Abby said the same.
Oh, awesome. Tell her I said hey. I believe that was Drew's wife right there, if I'm not mistaken, because putting 2 and 2 together. Drew is in the black right here, playing in the gold medal match. So essentially, Art, you've got Team Selkirk versus Team Gamma.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. I like it.
Yeah, it's always cool to see the teams be on the same page with their paddle selection. Kind of gives you that little bit of unity. Maybe it's just mental. Maybe it doesn't mean anything, but I feel like when you have that camaraderie, it helps, with the team effort.
So you've seen Don miss a few thirds here, so they're picking right on him. They're going to make him use a third, or make a third, and I think you'll find he's not using his legs as much. He was getting tired, so he's bending more at the waist and trying to power through with the arm. And of course, what are they doing? Hitting the white and dropping on his side.
Yes,
so.
sir. Yeah, when you're just using your arm only and no leg bending, you're gonna be in trouble with those thirds.
Maybe I should have given him some lifesaver gummies too.
That would have been the right thing to do, I'm sure. But he didn't ask. At least Steve asked. I mean, we're definitely seeing some fatigue play a factor, I would say. You're right. They're focused right now almost solely on, and that's not all that means is that they've recognized during the middle of this game that Don was struggling just a little bit at this moment, but that doesn't mean he's going to stay in that. He can easily come on out of that, and they have to switch it up. Ooh, nice get. Oh, it didn't quite get over, so we got a side out. We're going to score update here shortly. 0-3, so 0-3 in game 2. Again, game 1 went to Drew and Dave on the close side here, the black and red team.
The home team. The home team.
That's right, the home team with the home team court. And
Steve is out of Virginia, West Virginia?
I think it's Virginia, yeah.
Virginia, yeah. And then Don, of course, is out of Maine. He's sporting, have you seen the shirt? Average Joe. I think that's a company out of New Hampshire.
Ah, Average Joe.
On the back it says, I'm no pro, I'm just an average Joe.
I like it. Is that what he's wearing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. We'll have to get up close on that. Currently, we've got 3 people watching live. That's my mom, my dad, and my brother. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know who it is. Most likely it's Scott Lippitz is one of them. Ooh, so Don goes for the Ernie. And Drew freaks out just a little bit, tries to hit him in the face with it on accident. He just ripped it at him. Don lucky enough to get out of the way of that. Sometimes just that movement will make a opponent panic just a slight bit, and that can cause the ball to get hit out.
Yeah, not only panic, but you take your eyes off the ball just for a second because you see that guy jump in, so you're watching him, and then, yeah, maybe don't make as good of a shot as you wanted.
Yeah, so sometimes it's not always about hitting the actual earning, it's about the movement of that can mess with people. Which that's what I like to do. I like to use movement to distract. Not distract, that's not the right word, but like use it as a tool or a weapon against your opponent. If you can get your opponent thinking about you hitting an earning instead of hitting the shot, you've won that mental battle.
Yep, somebody just said, actually, I think at the last regional, they always try to throw, even though they're not big lobbers, they try to throw a lob in within the first few points, just so the other team has to think about it. And then they might not lob again for the rest of the game. They just want them to know that, hey, you better be back.
It's part of their arsenal. Yeah. Woo. I don't know what Drew was doing. He just ran.
Ball hit.
Oh, it did it.
Yeah,
it dribbled over.
Little dirty shot.
There's been a couple of those already by both teams, so it looks like both teams are. Hey, they got a battle here in this game to 15 too. This bronze medal match.
There we go.
Steve not able to get over there. Don did everything he could right there to get that ball back in play, but sometimes you just got to put it up in the air and hope the opponent misses. That was an easy put away. I think it's 2-3.
1-3. You just foreshadowed. It is now 2-3.
I just saw the future there. All right, so 2-3. Looks like 2-3-2. No, 2-3-1.
2-3-2.
2-3-2. 2-3-2.
They started at 0-3. So it's Steve serving.
Again, it's kind of a pattern that they do. They get down and then they come rolling back usually. It's going to be hard to make a comeback though when you have putaways like that on you. It's going to be tough.
So I hooked you up with internet, but I see your phone's telling you your battery is almost dead. I don't know if I can hook you up with that.
Yeah, probably not. I wonder if this thing is overheated, perhaps. You know, sometimes it'll just shut off. I appreciate you telling me that. I didn't realize. Sometimes that thing will just turn off. Maybe it's overheated. I have a big one, but it's in the car. All right, so we got a battle here, man. This is gonna come down to a war of attrition. I mean, this is who can outlast who, basically, is what I'm suspecting. Oh, he just missed. I think he just missed. It just went long there. Yep. That's a good call. I mean, it sailed on. He had the shot set up, and he just couldn't get enough on it to keep it in. All right, it's important that they keep this game close here. Oh, boy, what a shot. See, I think he tried to do too much there. I think the put away was right there in that box. I think that's where sometimes just when you're down a game and maybe down a few points, you try to maybe do too much, just thinking you need to do that. But really all he had to do there, he had hit a really good cross-court dink to the backhand of Dave, pulled Dave off the court. It looked like Drew wasn't covering this left box, so all he needed to do is there. But I do know that's his shot, that little inside out.
Yeah.
So he's going for a inside out punch shot that he normally gets. But when you're tired, man, it's harder to hit those same shots that when you were fresh in, game one of the round robin, you could put away easily. And let's not kid ourselves. This is the 50-plus division. I mean, these guys are out here in the heat and sweating, and they played a lot of games. I think they played 5 round-robin games.
Correct.
5 games to 11. And even though that may not sound like a lot to some people, that's a lot of games in pickleball when you've got this much humidity. And then they played the first round of the bracket, and now this is the best 2 out of 3 in this game, and this is to 15. So it's a lot of games they're playing.
I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but I don't think there's a dry shirt out there.
There's definitely not. There might be like a little dry spot occasionally, but most of the shirts are soaking wet right now. I mean, we're sweating just sitting here, are we not?
Yeah.
And you got a long sleeve on.
Yeah.
What's the thought process there? You just don't want to get burned, or what?
Yeah. No, I went to the beach the other day with my kiddo and wife, so I got a little fries. I'm just trying to protect the arms.
Do you put sunscreen on?
Sometimes.
Nice defense by Don there.
Hey.
Technically, they could have stopped play because old boy came on over, but this team on this side, Dave and Drew, did not see it, so play on.
Play on. Good timeout. See if it's a better timeout.
We'll see here shortly. I'm pretty impressed with the ability to dink by all 4 players on this court today. All 4 can dink pretty well here.
Nice little rapid exchange right there.
Back to the reset again. I like it. Neither team fake here. Oh, as soon as I said that, that's the commentator jinx right there. Should not have even mentioned that, but as soon as I mentioned it, he yipped one right into the net. I'm sure Don and Steve aren't complaining.
No, I don't think so.
Hey, who won the bronze there?
Personally, I don't know if they have enough energy to complain.
That's true. You're fine. Yeah, you're probably right. They're trying to conserve every ounce of energy they have right now. Hey, who won that bronze? Y'all, what's the score?
You had to ask me that.
15.
15.
15 double digits for them? 15-10? We're going to go with 15-10 estimated. So bronze medal goes to, and what was y'all's names?
Our names? Steve Hallam and Dale Morehouse.
Are you guys playing tomorrow?
I am not. I think Dale is playing mixed in the 50s over category. Very good tournament player. Excellent tournament player. He's really one of the best.
Very good, very good. You know, there's 2 openings in the Open Pro for men, so you're welcome to join us.
I was tempted to make a drive all the way down here, just an hour, just to watch that. So I really kind of
come on.
I'd love to watch it on the internet if it were.
Yeah, Golden Boy Pickleball on YouTube.
I'm going to check that out.
Go check it out if you need. It is live right now. We're live. Everything you're saying is live. So. Yep.
So, and somebody might get $1,000.
That's right. If it's a non-585 team that wins, meaning if they do not have an area code within the Rochester area, they can win $1,000 cash.
And if they win, as you're announcing, they've just won $1,000. Just so they're not too happy, tell them that state and federal income taxes do apply.
Oh no! Oh no! He must be work for the IRS over here.
If you don't like them, if they feel like they're too high, for winning,
that's right. Bring them down.
Not too much. It's not like you're taking them away from
right. It's just cutting into it. They should also have to take everybody out to dinner that they beat to win the 1,000. Don't you think so?
Yeah.
I think that would be a fair thing.
I'm a cheap date. Cheap date. A couple of drinks and a good meal.
We're good to go. Have a seat. What's up? This is Diane. How are you, Diane?
Hot.
When did you get here? Like 30 minutes ago, maybe?
Hour, yeah, probably.
Has it been an hour?
Yeah.
I didn't see you for the first.
Thanks for noticing me.
Well, you weren't in my peripheral for the first 30 minutes, I guess. You were over there with the Valenti crew, maybe. Okay, never mind. I actually had to drive over this morning, Buffalo, because.
Did you fly in today?
Yeah, because the flights got canceled, and then they rebooked me, and none of the flights into Rochester were available today, so I just flew to Buffalo, and then ended up Maggie Remenzi actually picked me up at the airport, and then I drove her car. So, all right, so we got a score of 9-4-1 here in game 2. Stephen Dawn showing some signs of fatigue at this point.
And a timeout.
And some frustration. I mean, the paddle went down a little harder with, those game of paddles, they're pretty indestructible. They're pretty hardy, but you definitely saw a little frustration. But look, when you're down 9-4 in game 2, you're down a whole game, you're going to have a little frustration, I mean, it's expected. We're competitors, But I think they're so tired, they're not even game planning right now. They're just drinking water.
Yep. Yeah, just trying to rebound. Did you make mention to the wind stop in the back? Little Valenti Sports pickleball series. Nice little wind stop and kind of cuts down on some of that white light for a backdrop when the ball's coming at you.
Yeah, and I'll be real honest, man. I thought that was a Coke machine. I thought that was the Pepsi machine right there. I was getting real thirsty, and I thought I was going to go over and put some quarters in, but come to find out it's just a windscreen for Valenti. But yeah, that's kind of their signature thing right there. They sell those on shirts. I actually have a shirt that looks just like that. It's the gray one. There's actually a gentleman walking around here somewhere with a gray Valenti shirt. This is game 2, yep. First game was 11-8 to these guys. Yep. All right, so 9-4 coming out of the timeout. 9-4-1. What do you think Steve and Don need to do to get back in this and capture game 2, if you will?
Well, I mean, I think they're dinking okay. If they could cut down on just some of the easy mistakes, just try to be consistent, because I like their hands blocking. So, yeah, stop making the easy ones and just try to be consistent. Get the ball back, because we've seen them go on runs there's a blind date right there.
But see, Don was thinking Steve was getting that.
Yep.
But honestly, that ball is going back
Don's,
towards Don.
yes.
Don needs to be ready to hit that ball. And, he kind of let his guard down just slightly there. Again, those are just, like you said, blind date type things. This is just seeing two people never playing together. The communication can sometimes hurt you. There's a lob to finish it off. You know, those lobs, when you're tired, those lobs are tough.
Yep.
They really are. All right, so that was 11-8, 11-4, I believe. That's Drew Dennett and Dave. I don't know Dave's last name, but he's got some fantastic shoes on, red, white, and blue, actually. So we've crowned our gold and silver and bronze medalists here for the 2019 Picklefest number 10. You know, I didn't know they had 10 Picklefests already.
That's crazy. Or 9 already.
Well, this is number 10.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is the X. X is the 10 for the Roman numerals. I was here for 9.
Good battle, though. That's a great battle.
Yeah, great battle, guys. You know, honestly, y'all looked a little fatigued there, but okay, a lot fatigued.
Suck down some water.
Yeah, get you some fluids.
You're playing again tomorrow.
Yeah, playing again tomorrow, sir. All right, guys. We got all of a sudden 9 as soon as the game
Fans didn't get their money's worth there. Terrible.
I don't know what happened. We had a spike in viewers, but it was right at the end of it here. All right, so what do you think? You want to go hit some? You want to see if we can get a fourth and hit?
Yeah.
I mean, Diane might want. How about you and Matt play me and Diane? How about that? Wait, actually, she might have a partner. Diane, do you want to hit some? Do you want to hit some with them? All right, me and you. Yeah, well, I'm gonna play one with them.
I after that last round robin game, we had to come back and 8-1. I had nothing left. I'm not right.
Dude, that did look pretty brutal.
Take time. You guys played great, man.
You did too.
Oh, no, that's 2 games. First one was. I don't remember the score was exact.
Just one in the tournament, one game.
Yeah, they lost to us. That was the one that like took me out. You know, come back. What?
How are you?
Hey.
It's not good. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, stop. We're in New Mexico. Right, exactly, right? So, you're playing open tomorrow, too? Or you're not? You do.
Blue.
Oh, yeah. Good luck out there.
You gotta play the hours. Out of 66, they played in the 50s. There's another one.
It needs to be 130%. And no water. They have another rule. No water in between swings.
What?
That's what they started with.
I'm not listening.
Everybody here.
I'm just going to move this phone down. Move that phone down.
I got it. Oh, shit. You got to hydrate today. A lot of water. I got to have a lot of water. Nothing. Right, man, Frank?
Stop trying. Absolutely. Cool your core, right? I don't know much. So are those guys playing for fun hardcore? They're crazy. They are nuts. That helps, yeah. This is my group. I don't know how we already talked.
again, it's not quite there.
Are you gonna shut this down until later?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
shutting it down right actually.
Then just so it'll save my data. If you want me,
Yes.
say Artie,
Absolutely.
come over with the data.
Come over with bring the data.
We'll ask